Oh, Terri, rare is the time when you and I get to actually travel together.
I know. And we did it.
We did it. We spent the most incredible 3 days in Asheville, North Carolina. We had such a good time doing this.
3 packed days of awesomeness.
Exactly. And we have plenty to share with you about this great mid-sized town in the South and everything it has to offer. Asheville?
Here we come.
Woo! All right, Terri, let's get down to business here. We have so much to share.
So much to share and so little time in our lives.
That's right.
Okay, so let's start. We're going to Asheville, North Carolina. You're traveling from your direction. I'm traveling from my direction, and we're going to meet in the middle.
That's right. And this was actually really kind of a perfect middle for us, wasn't it?
It was.
Right at the foothills of the Blue Ridge, Appalachian Mountains, part of the Appalachian Trail, beautiful, scenic, kind of in the mountains, but not in the killer high ones, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful to look at everywhere, easy to get to.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt really easy. It was really easy to get in there. We kind of went in blind on our hotel pick.
We did.
Yes.
We don't recommend doing this.
No, not necessarily, but circumstances had us going to this particular hotel, and we wound up staying at
the Crown Plaza on Resorts Drive.
That's right. Listen, if there's a pan among our picks here, this may be it. It's kind of like yes, but no, because there's so much to do in Asheville. All you really want is a clean, modern place to lay your head.
Right. We were not looking for a resort to do activities at. We just needed a place to wash our butts and take a nap, and take a sleep.
Yeah.
So when you pull up, I'm going to say it's a little, it's going to turn you off a little bit.
The first impression isn't a good one.
Because you're thinking 1980s motel.
You are. You
You
honestly think the doors are on the outside.
You do.
To the rooms. However, it has been extensively remodeled.
Yes.
And it was very clean.
Very clean. We were so lucky. We got adjoining room.
What? Slumber party?
We did bring our men folk with us.
That's right. The men folk came and they had a good time, didn't they?
Right.
That's right.
The air condition was an old school. And it kept the room at an icebox level for everybody.
For the men folk.
That's the men folk.
Right.
It was reasonably priced.
It was. It was the most reasonable and also the most centrally located to the different districts. So
True.
It may have not been the prettiest place to drive up to, but it did the job
and
we
once you got
needed
inside,
to do.
Once you got inside, it was nice.
The rooms were modern and clean.
You liked the bar?
The bar was very nice. He was a very nice man. I can't remember. Joe. Yes. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Okay. So we thought the best pick for our wallet.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Lots of other charming beds and breakfasts though to stay in. There's plenty of other things to do.
So let's talk about the River Arts District, because we were close to it, not very far.
We were very close with it. It was about 10 minutes away from where we were staying, and to understand what the River Arts District is, you have to know that winding through all of Asheville is the beautiful French Broad River. It seems to be the lifeline for this little town, making Asheville just hum.
Yes.
These days, most of the energy on the river centers around this kind of neighborhood, like the River Arts District, full of plenty of art galleries, plenty of hipster happy coffee houses. This district is all about the slow down pace of browsing,
walking your dog,
perusing the galleries.
Very dog friendly.
Yes, and learning all you can about what the local artists bring to the table. Some super talented people.
Oh, by far, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. And when you're down there, you get a little slice of the city.
Yep.
Some of the best eateries. Call RAD.
River Arts District, girl. I heard you.
You did, didn't you? So definitely take your time. Spend a couple hours there along Lyman Avenue to really enjoy it.
Yeah. Walk away with a piece of art. Definitely. Now, there are other areas that we're going to talk about that maybe give you a bit more of a Disney feel. Biltmore Village would be one of them. Yeah, and West Asheville, great for the eats.
Yes.
For sure. We like the River Arts District, though. We thought it was a unique slice of Asheville. For sure.
All right. Traveling on.
Mm-hmm.
We're now going to talk about what?
Food.
Now, let's take an example, guys. We are not normally all the time just about food.
We are not a food blog in any way.
No.
And there may be some dedicated loyal listeners going, Babcia, Yia, what are you doing?
We do talk about food because we love food.
We love food. And let me tell you something. Asheville did not disappoint.
Now, I will say this. Alex and I have a different approach to finding restaurants.
Yes.
I am a Yelper. I mean, I love to use Yelp and read the reviews. And to be honest, it has not steered me wrong many times.
There you go.
Okay?
Okay.
So we started out.
Well, let's do this. Here's my idea.
Okay.
Hear me out. Why don't we bring our listeners through a day of eating in Asheville? Okay. We'll start at the top of the day, and then we're going to go all the way through. Does that sound good?
Okay. Yes. So let's start with breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay, ready? I'm going to throw it out there because I bet we say the same thing. One, two, three. Biscuit head. What? Ew, oh my gosh.
This was found on accident because we were going to go to a local bakery, which didn't open in time.
Right.
So what did I do? I pulled up the Yelp.
The old Yelpster.
And I found this place called Biscuit Head. And I thought, well, we got the men with us, and who doesn't love
biscuits and gravy?
Need some carbs.
That's right.
So as we get there, when you get there, look for the line out the door.
That's right.
It is huge, and you won't regret it.
You will not regret it. There's a line in the rain for a reason, man.
You go in, and you know what I like about it? They don't sit you. They don't even take your order until they have a table for you.
That's true.
So that makes it great. And then, oh my gosh.
Plate after plate
of massive food.
They call them cat head biscuits, which if you're not from the South, you may not know exactly what that is. It just means literally as big as a cat's head. Unbelievable.
Put anything and everything on top of it. We saw a fried green tomatoes and biscuit.
Stop it.
To die for.
It was beautiful. They had they had great local dishes like that, but they even had classic full breakfasts with biscuits featuring, I'm going to tell you this, and I sincerely mean it. I've been around the world. That was the best bacon I've ever eaten in my life.
The best bacon.
Unbelievable.
And they have a little bar that has local jams and preserves and honey that you can have on your biscuits as well.
Yeah. And they don't need us to advertise for them.
But, oh my gosh.
Their line is out the window. Thank you to everybody at Biscuit Head. You guys were certainly a great local find. We loved it. We loved it.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Getting a little hungry around noontime?
I am. I'm so hungry.
We're going to go over to West Asheville.
We are, and we're going to eat at the
Sunny Point Cafe.
Again, stumbled on by mistake.
By mistake, we were going to another restaurant. We found the Sunny Point Cafe, sat down.
Do you want to say why we left the first restaurant?
Go ahead, say it.
They didn't have Diet Coke.
I'm sorry. I needed a caffeine infusion. I was like, okay, I can't handle this. I have to have a Diet Coke.
So we walked down and you're like, look at this place. So we're like, we're going to give it a try. Easy breezy, laid back garden patio.
It was fabulous. The menus came out. The food helpings were perfect. Did not disappoint. Can we just name just a few things from this great urban charming restaurant?
Peach pound cake bites with the raspberry coulis.
Stop it. The chicken and waffle sandwich.
Could die for.
Get in my belly. Unbelievable.
And so much food.
That's right.
So much food. It's just beautiful. You could just sit there and relax and talk. If you're there, ask for Tessa.
That's right, girl. We thank you so much for your great service. She did a fabulous
She had a
job.
beautiful pin set.
That's her little rainbow pens.
Yes.
I love them. She was on it. Hey, listen, Tessa, if you're listening, you gave us some of the best service around, and we appreciate you. Woohoo!
Our bellies are full.
Feeling
We're doing
good.
a little sightseeing. It's cocktail hour.
That's right. And you know what? Maybe you're down kind of close to Biltmore Village. No problem. Cocktail hour at the Hillman Beer Brewery.
They have so many microbreweries, but this one,
Fabulous.
get your order and go sit in the back by the river.
That's right, because you can order up at the bar, walk yourself right out the back, little babbling brook back there,
Nice
picnic
breeze.
tables, perfect way to kind of ease on into one of our favorites.
Now, I will say this, guys, because it's Hillman Brewery. Okay, you're not going to get any hard liquor there. You're getting beer, you're getting ciders.
Yes.
Local, and you can get a Diet Coke.
You can get a Diet Coke there, and I have to say the cider was excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
And
Diet Coke was great for me.
Oh, good. Check.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel good about
You
that.
know what, guys? I'm not a drinker, but I can find something to drink anywhere.
There you go.
If they don't have Diet Coke, they have water.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back to the hotel. We're going to get dressed.
We made a reservation at this place that we
That's
found
right.
for dinner. Good reviews.
Yes.
We're heading down to the corner kitchen for dinner.
Are we sure that's the name of it?
Yes.
Okay. Do it one more time.
Sorry, we haven't. A little break right here. But we went found this, got back to hotel. We rested, make some dinner reservations. So we found this place. It's called the Corner Kitchen.
Corner Kitchen down in Biltmore Village, very close to the main gate of the big house.
It had some great reviews. Now we pull up, quaint little Victorian home.
Yes.
I'm not going to say I was a little worried because we had the men folk.
We had the men folk, and sometimes it's not easy to please a full party of people.
So we get in and we're looking at the menu, and it's a beautiful, you can tell, you go in and the grand staircase is there.
Yes.
They take us to our table, which is so pleasant.
Yes.
And then they hand you the menu.
And what a menu it was. Can we just take a minute? I'm going to say the following words to you in the correct order. Ready?
Yes.
Charred peach and tomato caprese salad.
Shut up.
Stop it right now.
It was the best I've ever had. So fresh.
It was
The fresh
summer
basil.
on a plate.
Oh,
my gosh,
there
it was
wasn't
so
any
good. Okay, what did you order?
I ordered the shrimp and grits.
A perfect Southern staple.
Yes. It was delightful. The shrimp were great, and it had a tomatoey sauce. And the grits are not what you think of normally as a very fine grit. It was
Coarse.
coarse. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my grits.
Oh my grits. Okay, what did you order?
I ordered the sweet and sour chef special, which was shrimp. Oh, perfect. It came out, it had just the right amount of heat balanced with the sweet. It had a great bed of orzo underneath it that was just full of great flavor. Everything was so good. And then our men folk ordered.
Before we get to the men folk, as we're sitting there waiting, our sweet little waitress Allie
Hey, Allie, hey, girl.
brings us a treat from the chef.
That's right.
It's a little bitty strawberry,
A slice.
a slice. What's on it?
That wonderful, like, creme fraiche, yogurty
And you
sauce.
think it's going to be sweet, but it's not.
It's not. It's got like a little bit of a great savory bite with that sweet strawberry. Heaven.
Yeah. Okay.
Heaven.
Now, because that was a little mini, let's get to the men. This is what our men look at. They're looking at the menu, and so they're like, we're going to get the cherry bourbon glazed pork chops.
With collards and sweet potatoes.
And peas.
Yes.
And I've never seen a pork chop as big as I have ever seen in my life.
They were beautiful heritage pork chops.
And I'm going to tell you, it came with a corn cake pancake, all with it. And I'm hold on. I'm going to tell you, I tasted the pork chop, and it was delicious.
It was excellent.
Everything was delicious.
Yes.
It was so delicious that the men are sitting there saying, if I was at home, I'd be gnawing on this bone.
I'd like another one of those corn cakes to sop it up. I'll sop up all that juice. Oh my gosh. Sweet Allie.
So they'll shut up. Alex says, sweet Allie, please, can you bring 2 more corn cakes so our husbands can sop up the sauce? And she looks at us. And so she goes back and tells the kitchen manager. And she's like, sop? You know, all
the juice on the bottom. Sop it up.
And what did they do when those hotcakes came?
They sopped up all that juice in there. They loved that meal so much. They really did. And then
when it gets better, even.
There's more. Allie suggests dessert.
The maple blondie sundae
delight thing that comes out.
With maple ice cream and crunchy, brittle
goodness. Stuff. You guys.
Yes.
You guys, listeners, do you see it in your mind? It was that good. It was that good. And the person who walked us through the entire meal,
Allie,
our waitress, we love you so much. You did such a good job for us. And we can't recommend this restaurant enough to all of you guys who go in there.
Because it's a cultural experience. You're getting local style food.
That's right.
And it is fabulous.
That's right. Okay. So we know why a lot of you may have decided to listen in on this, because you're thinking about going to Asheville, and the big thing in Asheville
is the big house.
And we're not talking about the pokey. We're talking about Biltmore Estate, built by the Vanderbilt family. We're not going to go into all the history of it.
No.
We're just going to let you know it's Downton Abbey on steroids.
Yes.
That's what we're going to say.
And for those of you that are old enough to remember this, Richie Rich was filmed there.
There you go.
Okay? That's a little cheesy, but it
was filmed there. Yeah. Okay. So Biltmore has the big old house. You go up the winding drive. Now you're going to get your ticket for the house. And that ticket for the house is your ticket to the ability to do anything else. Because I don't want to just go see a house.
No.
There's so much more to do at Biltmore. But let's talk a little bit through the house, just so you get an idea of what to expect.
And let's talk about prepping for this. Like she said, you can buy your ticket beforehand, which is strongly recommended. Go ahead and do that. And make your time early in the morning.
Yes.
Morning time, because that is the least crowded that we've experienced.
Yes.
And so you drive through the grounds, which is... 8,000 acres?
More than 8,000.
And you're driving, and the signs. So you're going to park at a parking spot, and then you're going to get on a little shuttle bus.
And they've got a little spiel for you on that. That's cute. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, 5 minutes, you're up at the house.
Easy peasy. And then you just wait about, 5 minutes before your time to go in?
Yeah. I mean, you've
check out the gardens.
Yeah. You can walk on either side and get the front of the house down. Got that? By that time, your time is probably ready to go in the house because it's all timed.
Yeah.
You walk right in and you are inside with an audio guide that you can do at your own speed. I have a strange feeling, and I'm just guessing here. I'm guessing, Biltmore people, that you're getting to the point where you're making that an app on the phone. So you don't have to use the big phone wands. Okay, I think that's coming your way. I think.
I'll say this. Don't disregard it. Okay, we were a party of 4 traveling.
That's right.
There was 2 of us. And
We're not going to name names.
No, but you can probably guess who it is, who was adamant about listening in every room we were in.
That's right. And you know what those 2 people said? Wow, isn't that interesting? Oh my gosh, I never even thought of that. That big. All those things we said. Now, there were 2 people in our party who will remain nameless.
But one did not want to look like being on a phone.
Right.
And the other periodically would use it.
Yes.
But you miss out on important information.
That's right.
That you did not, I wouldn't have known.
Exactly.
Like the tapestry for faith, that's the last remaining tapestry.
Exactly. There's a lot of beautiful, rare art. And Mr. Vanderbilt, the original builder of the house, was a collector of the modern art of the time, which happens to be a ton of impressionist artists.
Monet.
Hello, Renoir. There's beautiful masterpieces in this house and totally worth looking into the art scene that's there, as well as the furniture making, the beautiful architecture inside between the conservatory and, listen to my number, 7-story great dining hall. 7 stories up.
What was my favorite?
What was your favorite? What did you love the most?
Which room did I like the most?
Oh, wait, I know. Are you ready? I'm raising my hand. It was the library.
Oh, I want a library like that, but I need my books all in English.
And there were 18 different languages in that library.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was beautiful. So you get to see all like the families' rooms doing this. Go upstairs and see the bedrooms and a little bit of the guest quarters. And then you go downstairs.
Down to the belly.
That's right. A little Downton Abbey time in the basement. You see the pantries and
the Halloween room.
Well, the Halloween room belonged to the family where they had this party, and there was a popular song at the time, and they had their guests paint on the walls of this empty room.
But they didn't know.
Right, and they couldn't figure it out.
That's why it was called the Halloween room, until they later figured out.
It was the story and the song that inspired this entire room. That's around the corner from the bowling alley, which is around the corner from the pool, which is around the corner from the... And it just kind of kept going.
Now, I will say this. Listen to the audio, even though you're like, oh, this is a swimming pool. Because I listened to it. We listened to it. And we were the only one. No, we only know that they found... It doesn't work. It leaks.
It does. And all the water went down
into the basement.
In the sub-basements, yeah. So that's why there's no water in the pool, but it would be cool if there was.
Yes.
Now, go into the servants' areas, see the rotisserie kitchen, the pantries, the main kitchen,
waiters.
All of that kind of stuff, and a lot of the technology of the house, which was super cool.
Yeah. A lot of stairs, guys.
Yes.
A lot of steps.
Yes, a lot of steps. Okay, we're out of the house.
Woo.
We walk to the left of the house and we sit in the stable yards, the original stable yards, which they have now converted into beautiful little shops and cafes, plenty of a little brain break choice to make there.
So we have some beverages because we're a little parched.
That's right. Yeah, you've just walked this whole house. You see the view that it made him choose this place, all of those kind of things. Gorge, gorge, gorge. You got a couple of options now.
Option 1, you can go then and tour the gardens.
Yes.
They have a little bus that'll take you down through the gardens, drop you off, and then pick you back up because it is a little bit of a walk.
And we later learned that there's an even better way to go see the gardens.
Yes.
We'll mention that in a minute.
Option 2, you could do the back stairs tour.
Now, you and I went and did that to see. My question was, you just showed me all this stuff in the service part of the house. What in the world are you going to show me? Dear listener, everything that was on that backstairs tour was something we hadn't seen.
It was worth it.
Yeah, that was really interesting. You heard a lot more of the storytelling aspect.
Yes, it was guided. It was a guided tour.
Our guide's name was Gene, and he had a lot of stories to share.
He did, and there's 262 steps that you have to go on.
Mm-hmm.
So just make sure you know there's a little bit of walking.
But you definitely learn how the house was run.
Oh, yes.
And there were some beautiful parts of the house that you do not see any other way.
It was a machine.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing.
It was. Now, there is another house tour that you can take, one last one, and that's the rooftop tour. So you can go all the way up to the top and walk the balconies and the roofs to kind of see the view from up top. I think that would be kind of a cool idea, maybe in the fall or the spring. Yeah. Okay, so that was an option if that would be something that you're interested in. Do a little shopping. Yeah. Now we're done at the big house.
Right. We chose to do the back stairs tour. We did not take our husbands on that.
Right.
Okay, so we're done there. We're leaving. Mm-hmm. Where are we going?
We're on our way to the Monet exhibit.
And where did we send our husbands?
We sent them on the Land Rover excursion. Now you may say, wait, but you were at Biltmore. We're telling you that on the grounds of Biltmore, there are so many interactive activities and experiences to have, and we don't want you to miss out on any of them. Ready for a small list?
Go.
Okay. Yoga, painting lessons, mountain biking excursions, which will let you go see those gardens we talked about.
Horseback riding,
carriage riding, Land Rover experience, immersive art experiences, about 5 other restaurants to go to.
Wine tasting.
There's a whole winery there. Mm-hmm. There is lazy river rafting to do in the French Broad. And more. I am telling you, there are about 6 pages of Biltmore activities that go on this.
Oh, my goodness.
Some of them are seasonal, like the En Plein Air art painting workshop. Mm-hmm. Some of them are year-round, like the winery.
Right.
Some of them are going to be dictated by weather, and others are indoors. There is literally something for everyone, including a petting zoo.
So just don't think that when you're going to the Biltmore, you're just going to the big house.
The caveat on...
You're going to limit yourself if you do that.
The caveat on all of that is that you have to have that house ticket in order to do any of the other things.
Correct.
So be sure to research on that website and kind of get your day put together.
And there's different fees for different activities. The winery is included if there's not a charge, but other items, there are charges.
So let's talk about what we did.
We did the Monet experience,
which was leaving. A Da Vinci experience is going to go in its place. The Monet experience is very akin to the Van Gogh experience that's been making the rounds. Right? Beautiful impressionist artwork.
Oh, yes.
Lovely timeline. Great music. Sit back and kind of take in the impressionist movement. Everything from the original kind of Monets that started in the 1860s all the way through to pointillism.
Yeah.
So you kind of get a lot of the different artists that are there. It's called Monet and Friends. That is on its way out. It's being replaced by the Da Vinci experience, which could be a very interesting experience as well. So we'll have to see.
I enjoyed the Monet.
Yeah, I did.
Experience. It was very relaxing.
It was.
And once we got situated, it was a really good experience.
Yes.
We had to find our perfect spot.
Exactly. You do need to kind of jockey out exactly where you want to go. Meanwhile,
back at the ranch,
we sent the boys to Antler Hill Village, which is part of the estate, and they were going to the Outdoor Adventures Pavilion, which is like a little cabin, and they were going on the Land Rover experience. Well, we got our menfolk back, and they were 2 kids in a candy shop talking about it.
They were so excited. How many times did we hear that they were on 2 wheels?
They were on 2 wheels. They were just moving it back and forth.
On 2 wheels.
On 2 wheels.
On 2 wheels. We said, oh, great. Do you have pictures or video?
No.
We couldn't do that. Now, my husband is a video guru fanatic. Pictures, video. I said, Alex, don't worry. He's going to come back with so many videos, we're not going to know what to do.
Okay, this is a first world problem. They had so much fun, they couldn't even remember to take one picture or one video of anything that they did. They drove the entire time. They went on all of these trails and learned how to maneuver the car and do all that kind of stuff.
They went on one that hadn't been gone on in 15 months.
15 months they did.
Yeah.
That's right. They had such a great time. A great outdoor adventure, perfect for them. And that's what makes Biltmore Estate so good.
Yes.
Is that there's something for everyone.
And so, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
They had such an experience that was more than I expected.
And we'd like to thank dear Matt, who was their driving guide.
Oh,
taking
God
them
bless
out.
you.
Way to go, Matt. We're proud of you.
Because when he saw that they knew what they were doing.
he let them really take it.
Let them go.
Yes, he did. Okay. Done at Biltmore with all of that. The boys had such a great outdoor experience.
Yes.
We're happy for them.
And it was my husband's birthday.
There you go. It was a great birthday present for him.
Yes.
It was a lot of fun. You know who didn't have an outdoor experience?
These girls.
Babcia and Yiia.
Not that day.
Not that day, but you know what? Day 3 is here.
And it's our day.
And it's our day. And we want to tell you about an amazing adventure that we took.
You're listening to Babcia and Yiia Travel the World, and we hope that you are enjoying today's conversation. We invite you to become part of our travel community, so head on over to babciaandyiayia.com. That's BABCIA and YIA. And subscribe to our blog so that you can be kept in the loop as we talk about destinations and how to make travel a priority in your daily life. Whether you are travel dreaming or you've got boarding passes in your hand, we've got resources, plans, and plenty of inspiration to get you ready for whatever adventure awaits. You can find us on all the social media at Babcia and Yiia, and we hope that we see you there.
All right, Terri, so day 3 brings us to the most amazing thing we did in Asheville. Because that big old house, it's amazing.
Yeah.
All that great food, amazing. Thank you, Tessa. Thank you, Allie. All of the River Arts District, amazing.
Everything.
We loved it. The guys got to go do their incredible experience where they wound up enjoying that great outdoor Land Rover excursion. You know who didn't have an outdoor excursion?
We didn't.
That's right, Babcia and Yiia didn't. So
We're going out of the box.
that's right. We're going out of the box on our great outdoor excursion, and we booked. Oh wait, I take it back.
Go ahead.
I booked a canyoneering expedition. What is canyoneering? Yiia says to Babcia.
Yeah, I'm like, I have no idea. What are you wanting me to do?
It's like the Amazing Race. It's a hybrid where you hike and you rappel and you maybe swim a little. There's a little bit of water, a little bit of hike, not a lot. And you get like a little taste of everything that you can do in the great outdoors. And she said, what do you mean rappel? What does that mean? And I said, well, I found this company. It's called French Broad Adventures. It's named after the river. They'll take us. They'll put a helmet on us. They'll help us rappel down a waterfall. What? We're not doing that. Nope. She was in nope land.
I said, tell me what are the physical requirements?
And I read them all.
And I said, call them now.
Yes, and I called them now.
I want explanation.
That's right. We read all the things, we went through, we asked all the questions, and we came to a compromise. Yiia was going to be a tag-along.
I'm just looking and like fluffing around in the water.
Okay. We get there, we meet our incredible guides, Alden and Allery. They were fantastic.
Best guides ever.
We can't recommend them enough. We got in the van with them. They got all of our equipment together. They helped us get our bougie Trader Joe's brown paper bag lunch together. They got us done, and they explained to us, we need to carry this equipment with us for what we're going to do. So everybody gets one of these as big as your back, dry sacks to
body
carry.
bag. I was prepared.
You were prepared. You were going to make sure I was able to take you out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I will say this. With the equipment, they gave us shoes to wear.
Yes.
And they were fabulous.
I was really surprised that those shoes were as comfortable as they were dry or wet without socks.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was definitely a concern that we had, and we liked it. Okay. Out we go. We have a great ride out there. Everybody's got their bag on. That's right. We see this crazy guide over there named Joe. We're staying away from his like
Joe.
800 group
Our
party.
little group was perfect.
We were just the 4 of us. We get out there. We hike. We took a few breaks.
We
We're
did.
okay.
We did.
We're good. We're enjoying the nature. Somebody may have mentioned snakes. That made me a little nervous, but okay.
I was on it.
Then it happened. We heard the water. And we're coming around and we're doing our thing and we get up to the top of the water. Now remember, Babcia is going down the waterfall, which we found out was not 50 feet. It's 200 feet. Okay.
Can we point out who was really trekking it?
You were in front. I was very proud of you.
I was going.
That's right.
Okay.
She had that cadence down. You were on it. You were in the front.
So we get there, and I'm hearing the beautiful water, and it's so pretty, and I'm like, let me see what I have to do. Now my mind's starting to, okay, yeah, out of the box, be a doer, not a looker.
That's right.
So I said, let me just try it. So we get all so nice.
So nice.
They help us get in our equipment.
That's right, because you got to get in the harness and the helmet.
And the helmet and the gloves. So we did the practice run.
That's right.
How'd I do?
You did great. You look like a professional. You know what you needed to do at that moment? Get your picture on Amazing Race.
I'm sure.
Yes.
So then what do I say?
You said, I'll do it. Woo! That's right. Not just Babcia going down the falls. Yia Yia too. That's right. We were so happy about it.
So I just want to send out our love to Alden because he saved us. Because normally you have to rappel down with your backpack on. He took ours down for us.
Don't tell his boss, but he did it for us. So he was really nice.
Yes.
We really appreciated that part. Yes.
And
so
then we get there.
Uh-huh.
And you have to like sidestep.
Crab step.
And they're like, okay, if you get here, it's really slick. But if you find the moss, you can get some grip. I'm
That's
like, oh,
right.
great.
Okay. Carpet moss.
And then you get to the little ledge and then you go.
Uh-huh.
So I said, I'm going first.
That's right. Not only did she say she'd do it, she got over all of those apprehensions and then down the waterfall, quick as a bunny. She was a Navy SEAL. Down the waterfall, she goes, she rappels the whole thing down at the bottom. I'm like, oh my gosh. She did it in she speed did it.
But I want to say this. The most difficult thing is trusting the harness.
Yes.
And leaning back.
Yes.
When I would lean forward, that's when I would stumble.
Yep.
But
Every
it was
time.
an amazing experience. I have the bruises to show it on my
Yes,
my
we
knees.
do.
But it was the most exhilarating feeling.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, here comes Babcia. She's going to do it.
Uh-huh.
And you did it.
I came down far slower than you.
Graceful, though. Very graceful.
Thank you.
Like a ballerina.
Thank you, girl. Down we came. We were very proud of ourselves. We had our moment. We are on it.
But then they said, do you want to go back up and do it again?
No.
Thank you.
Did you not see us come down? We all made it in one piece.
And then they said, okay, well, we're going to go to the natural slides now. Water slides. Okay. I'm like, well, where we go? And they're like, they're pointing over there. And I'm like, I don't even see a path.
Yeah, it was a little baby path.
It was a little baby path. But you know what? We trudged on.
A little uphill, a little steep.
A little downhill. But when we got to the water slide, we were like 2 kids.
That's right. We had such a good time. And it didn't hurt. I think a lot of people think like sliding on the stone would hurt. It didn't hurt. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. We did that a couple of times.
I was a Speedy Gonzales.
Yes, you were. I think my leggings that I was wearing had a little too much traction.
Could be.
In the bottom.
Yeah, but you need to get ready to lift your feet. Lift. You weren't ready for that.
I could not get that down. That's okay.
I did that for you.
You were the queen of that.
Yeah.
And so we did a couple of water slides, and patient Allery and Alden waited on us.
Oh, took our pictures.
They were so sweet.
Yeah, and then they said, go down on your stomach.
No.
Shamu is a saltwater animal.
That's right. We're not doing that. Thank you, girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then they said, let's go to the next. It's not really a slide. It's more like a hole.
A plunge hole.
A plunge hole. We're like,
okay.
Because we're good swimmers.
Very good swimmers.
Okay. So here we go. And we get there. And it looks like this whirlpool with a little water, with like a waterfall.
Like you can go behind the little waterfall.
And I'm like, this looks like fun.
Yeah.
25 feet deep.
Yeah.
They call it the toilet bowl, and that's because of the swirlies.
Mm-hmm.
But then they said you got to be able to pull yourself out.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm looking at that ledge.
And I'm looking at the ledge, and I'm thinking, I had surgery on my left hand not too long ago. I don't have much strength to work with.
Yeah.
We're going to pass.
Yeah.
We knew when to say thank you, but no thank you.
Yes. And that was okay because we did the hike. We did the waterfall. We did the slides. We canyoneered, girl.
We did, and I didn't want them to have to pull us out.
That's right. We didn't want that scene for anybody.
No.
It would have been a nightmare. And
they probably would have quit their jobs.
And we don't want that because they're really good guides that you should seek out.
Yes.
So, French Broad Adventures, canyoneering, check. Right?
Do it.
It was a lot of fun and a lot safer and more interesting than I think a lot of people would think looking at it for the first time.
Listen, if we can do it,
you can do it too.
Because we are not those marathon people, but if the Amazing Race people are out there listening,
we're in.
Babcia and Yiia will make an appearance on your show.
We totally would do like at least a leg.
Keep us on longer than a leg, though.
Yeah, I think
you'd
at
like
least
to keep us on.
Yeah, we would try. Okay, so that was our Amazing Race training. We're all about that.
Yes.
Okay, that wound up our Asheville trip, and we couldn't have asked for a better way to bring it to a close. It was fabulous. So much outdoor stuff to do. So much art there. The history of the house. Plenty of shopping. Great eats. What more do you want in a restaurant?
And with the people you love.
Exactly. Alrighty, let's get to our now boarding picks. And as always, we start with our global book pick.
Oh.
Start us off there.
Okay, so because we're in Asheville, and when you think of Asheville, you think of the big house, you think of the Biltmore.
That's right.
So I chose the Serafina series by Robert Beatty. It's a historical fiction that is based at the Biltmore Estates. And Serafina is a little girl, and she lives in the basement of the Biltmore house. And it's a mystery because children start disappearing. So it's a very good read. Something I would probably read, with the kids to get them prepared if you are taking children with you on this excursion.
Yeah. And what's our feeling about that? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put the kids at Biltmore?
I think you need to look on it at a case by case because it depends on how your children are.
Yeah, I would put kids at a 5.
Yes.
It's just iffy. It's super iffy.
Super iffy. If it's something that interests them, yes, by all means. If you have a 2-year-old that doesn't care, don't do it. Because you can't take a stroller in the Biltmore. You're going to be schlepping up and down with the baby.
That's right. And it was a lot.
It's a lot.
Okay. Travel tips. We said it before. We're just going to say it again. Book more than one thing at Biltmore during your day there to take advantage of your house ticket. You have to have the house ticket to do anything else. And there's so much else to do. House in the morning. Choose some activities in the afternoon.
I'm going to piggyback off that.
Yeah.
Don't plan your trip just to be the big house.
That's right.
Don't do it solely because, come on, you've seen it. Not saying this to be ugly. You've seen it once. It's great. Okay. Go out and experience some other stuff that Asheville has to offer.
And Asheville has so much to offer. And we highly recommend good water shoes and
Comfy walking shoes because you're going to walk a lot.
yes. In the meantime, you're also going to have to drive everywhere. It's not a walking kind of town. You are going to need some wheels. We highly suggest, because about 4 highways come together there, Google Maps is going to be your best friend.
And the Explore Asheville website gives you everything you need to know right there.
It's a great clearinghouse. All right, let's get you ready for your trip to Asheville. We're going to recommend this great travel binge. It is on HBO Max right now. Christine Baranski, Cynthia Nixon, and more. Meryl Streep's daughter's in it. It is by Julian Fellows of Downton Abbey fame. It is called The Gilded Age.
And you know what? The book series I picked takes place during the Gilded Age.
Well, the whole thing, right? From the building of Biltmore to the book series to this TV series, it'll pull it all together for you and give you a really great take on it. Hey, you know what town I like?
What?
Asheville. So great.
The travel industry has taken quite a blow from several global issues, including the war in Ukraine, the COVID-19 crisis, and inflation, that makes it hard for people to get out into the world like they want to. At this point, leading experts are predicting that it is going to take up to 3 years for the travel industry to bounce back to full force. One way that you can help is to like and subscribe to 10 microbloggers. Start with us. You can like and subscribe to our podcast and our website so that you can tell the travel industry that people are still interested in travel. So, Terri, how can listeners get a hold of us?
We'd like to hear from you. Contact us at babciaandyiayia@gmail.com with your questions, suggestions, favorite travel tips, products, and travel trends so that we can share your ideas in the future. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Here you go, guys. Babcia and Yia. BABCIA and YIAYIA.
babciaandyiayia.com is the home base for everything that we love about travel, and it's where we store our show notes, as well as many of the resources that we offer to our travel community, including travel literacy for the kiddos. We always have new posts about all the things we love and about all the travel we're up to, including today's topic, as well as features on destinations, travel lifestyle, and stories to make you smile.
Didn't get all that? Just check out our show notes for all of the ways to stay in touch and links to anything we chatted about in this episode. As always, thanks for joining us for our journey.